Yes, sir. You already know exactly what time it is. We are back here to search some more game on the ground from Hunger House. You just got the pound and are ready for the next round. So, with that being said, make sure y'all grab your snacks, your drinks, whatever the case may be, because we're going to jump right into this episode. So, with that being said, you guys can see the topic of this episode is you not necessarily know who it's about right off the bat. And the reason why is because I don't want to put, it's all about not being removed, so to speak. So, with that being said, they're going to try and take again. They're going to try and take it again. When I say they, I mean those who quote unquote run the land, those who are quote unquote in control. They're going to try and take it again. They're going to try and take it by force. They're going to try and do whatever it is they need to do to take it from those who are fighting for freedom, from those who are working to free everybody from the matrix, those who are working to make this land a better place to live in. They're going to try and take it from those people. That's why the gate, I guess you could say, was open for so long, and all those other people and all those neighboring people came in, with no documents and stuff like that. They all came flooding in. That's one of the reasons why they left the gate open so much, to let all the wolves in, because they want them to go and choose them. And they say, oh, well, if you choose us, then we'll give you a free place to live. You don't have to pay nothing, and we'll get you free food and a free car and free housing and this, that, and the third. And they're bribing them with having a quote unquote better life here. And that's what I'm going to do. They are bribing you. They're bribing them with a quote unquote better life here. But what it is it is deteriorating the interior of our land, of our people, of what we stand for. People going out here and, getting swarmed. Females, they get forced upon. All this stuff that's going on from all the wolves that came through the gate because they left the gate open for so long. It's deteriorating the land. And that's what I'm going to do right here. And so what it is they're trying everything that they possibly can to keep this in their control, to stay in the lead, like they did last time. What did they do last time? Well, they had a bunch of choices, quote unquote, that emerged from people who didn't even exist. There were some people's choices who got switched around without even knowing about it. There were some people who were decided to go on the other side, the blue side, without even going on that side, without them knowing about it. They're doing everything that they possibly can to stay in power because they know the person that they're up against is very well received by people, by the people. They understand that the person that they are up against is very received by the people. The people understand him. The people love him. The people want him to be in charge. They want him to be in charge, and they understand that. And they can't have that because they know that if he gets in charge, he's going to start cleaning house. And so they're doing whatever they can to keep a hold of that grip of power that they have, that quote unquote power that they have. They don't want to let it go because they know when they let it go, it's over for them. It's over. So they're going to step on everybody that they possibly can. They're going to ruin as many people's lives as they possibly can. They're going to do whatever it is that they can. They don't care who gets hurt. They don't care who gets caught in the waves. They don't care who goes underwater. They don't care none of that stuff. All they care about is keeping their power. And that's why it's a dangerous force. But that's why it's important that we do what we're supposed to do and we go out there and we make the right choice. That's why it's important that we do what we're supposed to do and do our own due diligence and research so that we can make the right choice. That's why it's important for us to think for ourselves. You can go do your own research, whether it be at the library, whether it be on the internet, wherever it is that you need to go to do your research. But you're supposed to be thinking for yourself, and they don't want you to think for yourself because they understand that when you start thinking for yourself, you start coming to all these different conclusions about what's really going on. And if you understand what's really going on, guess what? Now you understand that you got to make the right choice. And whenever you make the right choice, every single person that makes the right choice, when one person does, they lose a little bit of power. When one person does, they lose a little bit of power. Shout out to Unknown for the W's. Whenever one person, even just one, because that one person can turn into 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 10 people, 20 people, 40 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, because it's going to spread like a wildfire. It's going to spread like a wildfire. And when that happens, more and more people start waking up. More and more people start realizing that they can think for themselves and they should think for themselves instead of just relying what somebody on a TV screen or a phone screen or a computer screen tells them to think. That's the issue with people these days is they run to the TV, they run to the screens, they run to their phones to figure out what's going on and wait to be told what they're supposed to do or think instead of just doing and thinking on their own. That's 100% facts. Too many people these days rely on somebody else to tell them, don't worry about this, don't worry about that, no, it ain't really that big of a deal. They wait for somebody else to tell them instead of doing their own research and coming to their own conclusion on whether or not it is a big deal and whether or not they should be worried about it, who they should choose. They wait for somebody to tell them, which is a recipe for disaster because whenever you are waiting for somebody to tell you what to think, how to think, what to do, when to do, how to do, they can tell you whatever they want to tell you and you're going to believe it. They can tell you whatever they want to tell you and you're going to believe it because that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for those little crumbs off the table. Like a dog sitting at the dinner table waiting for a piece of food to fall on the floor. That's how people are. They're waiting in front of that TV screen, waiting in front of that phone screen, waiting in front of their computer screen to be told what to think. And that's a sad life to live. That's a sad life to live. That's 100% facts. You don't want to live a life like that because whenever you do, you have no control over yourself. If you live a life like that, you have no control over your mind, your choices, what you can and can't do, what you can and can't say, what you can and can't think, what you can and can't feel. You have no control over yourself if that's the life that you're living. So go do your own research. Go figure out who in your mind you think is the right choice to choose as a leader. And make your decision based on your own informed research. Don't let nobody else tell you what to do. Don't go choose somebody because I told you to go choose somebody. Go choose somebody because you did your own research and that was the decision that you came to a conclusion on. Quit taking people just at their word. Somebody tell you something, cool. Take it with a grain of salt and understand that it might be exaggerated. Understand it might be a little fake. It could have been mixed or it could just be completely fake. But when somebody tells you something, keep it in mind and do your own research on it so that you can come to your own conclusion. Do I think this is real? Well, the evidence is showing that it looks like it's real. Do your research. Do I think this is fake? No, the evidence is showing that it's fake. That's more than likely fake. So I'm going to assume that it's fake. You got to think for yourself. Too many people don't think for themselves. You need to start using your mind. You weren't given a mind for no reason. Human beings are not the most intelligent creatures on the earth for no reason. Human beings are not the most intelligent creature on earth for no reason. You were given a mind for a purpose, and that purpose was for you to use it. Activate and or reactivate the brain cells within your head. How do you do that? By doing research, by getting active, by seeing what's really going on and comparing it to what they're telling you is going on, and being competent enough to understand that one side does not line up with the other side. It's like this. This is the truth and this is the lie. It doesn't line up. It doesn't line up. Once you understand that, you can see it clearly for yourself. These are the most important times right now in history, as far as our land goes. These are the most important times in the history of our land. And if you just sit by and watch it and not do anything, you are, what's the word I'm looking for? You're a part of the problem. If you sit around and you watch it, just eating popcorn, just waiting to see what happens, and you're not doing anything, you're not trying to do anything, you're not trying to contribute to the cause for a greater future, you are complicit in the takeover. You are complicit in what's going on. So you need to do your own research. You need to get active. Even if it's something that you've never been into before, it doesn't matter. I never cared so much about stuff like this until probably just a few years ago, 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Even then, I wasn't really into it that much back then. But the recent events that have happened, and being able to look out and see what's going on, how our land is doing, how the cost of living is, groceries, gas, bills, the way they've all gone up. If you can't see that, and you can't see that there is a way to fight for a better future, then you need to take off whatever it is. You need to remove whatever it is that's got your eyes, spiritually got your eyes covered. That's 100% facts, because there's a lot of people who are underneath a cloud, behind a cloud. They can't see. And it's a dark storm cloud keeping them from being able to see the truth. They don't know how to remove themselves out of it. The only way to remove yourself out of it is by prayer. Praying to God, the Lord Jesus Christ. And 2, doing your own research. And then coming to a conclusion on what you think the truth is as far as the land, as far as what's going on, as far as what they're telling you. Quit paying attention to the TV. Quit running to your computer. Quit running to your phone to see this and that. Waiting for somebody on the screen to tell you what to do. Stop all that. There's no good for you or anybody else. That's a fact. So yeah, man, with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, mummies, aunties, grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. They're emotionally controlled. That's 100% facts. That's 100% facts. They don't know how to emotionally unplug because they've been emotionally trained to think this, that, and the third. They have been emotionally trained to think the way they're supposed to think. And they can't untrain themselves like that. They can't unplug themselves. They can't remove themselves from those environments. So yeah, with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm out of here now. I'll be live on YouTube in a little while. I'm going to be checking out your girl, Candace Owens. There's a video that she uploaded that I'm interested in checking out. So if you guys want to watch it with me live, the link is in my bio over here on this TikTok account. Y'all can go tap it, subscribe, whatnot. Turn on post notifications so you can get notified every time I go live or upload a video or whatever the case may be. And I'll see y'all on the other side. Deuces.